in a place in the universe. An alarm would sound. The hibernation has concluded. At that moment a door would open, and then you could see a being. You slept more than 200 years, Mr. Neo. That's right. I still remember that time, when the Saiyans conquered our planet. It's true, even though my mother was a Saiyan, she protected me and my father. My parents sacrificed themselves so that I could escape from our planet. That's true. But don't forget that your father created the most intelligent parasite that the universe has ever known, and he implanted it in you. He gave you that last gift. That's right. And my mother gave me the blood of the Saiyans. So now we have to give them a little visit to our family. Where are the Saiyans right now? The Saiyans became extinct several years ago, but there are still survivors and they are on a planet called Earth. I see. Well, we have to pay them a visit. Okay, let's go. And so they would go to Earth. On the other hand, Goku, Vegeta and Broly were fighting with Whis, the angel. Was dodging all the blows. They are still very slow. Broly should control you. And you, Vegeta, you think a lot. With respect to you, Goku, you are still confident. You shouldn't let your guard down. Damn it, I feel like I'm stuck. And that's because you have reached a high level. Now it will be difficult for you to improve. You should rest for a few days. It will help you. Is that right? That's right, because you will not improve if you continue like this. At that moment you would see a face of annoyance in Prince Vegeta. Whatever, it's fine. The truth is that I don't mind resting for a few days, because previously I was many days without training. My father was the one who forced me. I see. I'm so envious. I have trained all my life, but you still surpassed us that time. Vegeta would be upset. Guys, the food is here. Finally. I was already starving. I was starving too. And so our protagonists would go to eat. The three Saiyans loved to eat. Some time would pass. On the other hand, Neo would arrive to planet Earth. The warriors would feel that power. It can't be. This key. This energy is that of a Saiyan. At that moment Gohan would leave his job. Damn it, I had never escaped from my job. And so he would go to the place where he felt that power. On the other hand, I have a bad feeling. All the warriors of the Earth would go to the place where that power was felt. On the other hand, it is a nice planet. I like it. I would say Neo, that's right, some warriors are approaching. They will arrive in about 2 minutes. Okay, I will wait. And so the Saiyan would wait. The warriors would arrive. Who are you? Sight. Analyze his DNA. This being comes from planet Namek. He has several techniques, even regeneration. But our regeneration is much more superior than his. Would you like to add his technique in our DNA? I am not interested. I would say Neo in his mind. Answer. Who are you? Why are you here? Is he a Saiyan? He gives me a bad feeling. Krillin would say in his mind. It's like he's analyzing all of us. Gohan would say in his mind. My name is Neo and I'm in search of the Saiyans. Where is your father? My father, you are a hybrid, aren't you? Everyone would be surprised. How did you know that? Tell me, what are your intentions? I wanted to come to meet the Saiyans. I understand that you three are hybrids, and I guess the other two are also hybrids. Everyone would be surprised. But I can't find the purebred Saiyan. Are they in another dimension? These statements would cause a great impact. How can you know so much about us? My father is on another planet. It's true, my father is with him. Sight. Search the entire universe for the sign of those two Saiyans. Okay, the parasite would look for the Saiyans. I can't find them. Mr. Neo, it's okay. The Saiyan would look at those present. Just like you. I am also a hybrid. My mother was a Saiyan and my father was a tuffle. What? Trunks would be surprised since Vegeta had told him a story about the tuffle. It can't be. But that race was extinct a long time ago. Trunks would say in his mind. Those present would notice the expression of the little Saiyan. What is going on, Trunks? My father told me about that race. I remember he told me that the Saiyans had conquered the planet where the tuffles lived. But that was many years ago. Those present would be even more surprised. I see that your father told you that story. That is true. The Saiyans arrived to our planet. We received them, since we were not a warrior race. But we had a great intelligence and technology. We had the best technology in the universe. My father was the best scientist on the planet, the most intelligent being on the planet. My father accepted to live with the Saiyans. Sir, wait. It's very dangerous. Don't worry, Saiyans. We will accept them on our planet. I hope we can live together in harmony. And who does he think he is? I can't stand that those stupid people have to live with us, Vegeta would say in his mind. The Tuffles would withdraw. Sometime later, sir, we are afraid that the Saiyans want to rule our world. Don't worry, they won't be a threat with the parasite I am creating. I will be the carrier of the parasite. This parasite will allow me to copy the DNA of any subject. It will even be able to do many more things. It is incredible. Mr. Ryota, that's right. In one of those days the scientist would be walking around the city. At that moment his tracker would pick up a power. The scientist would go to the place. You should not be here. The Saiyans are not allowed to pass this area. I'm sorry. How did you know I was here? It's thanks to my tracker that detects any energy. I see. My name is Ecolot. You are the scientist of this planet, aren't you? That's right. I'm sorry for coming to this area. But I really like the technology of this planet. The truth is that it attracts my attention. I thought that only Saiyans like to fight. That's right. But I am not a warrior Saiyan. I see, then I have misjudged. My name is Ryota. Nice to meet you. If you want I can show you the facilities of this place. Can you really tell me? That's right. And that's how time would go by, where these two would become closer to the point of having a child. Days would pass. I want to talk to you. I want to tell you the truth. What's going on? Remember that time when we met? Yes, I remember. I was in that place because I like this planet, and I didn't want it to be destroyed. What do you mean? Before that I had heard that the Saiyans were going to rule this world, and that they were going to kill all the Tuffles. Sorry for not telling you. And now in 3 days all the Saiyans will attack. Rhoda couldn't believe it. It's okay, don't worry. I will solve everything, and I will protect them. But they are very strong. They will kill you. The strong don't always win. I have a card with which I can protect you and our son Neo. And also the innocent people. The hours would pass and Ryota's would go to his laboratory. Damn it, there are 3 days left for the parasite to reach its maximum capacity. I will have to wait. I know I will make it. And so the 3 days would pass, where all the Saiyan would go to the Tuffles zone. The Tuffles would warn Ryota, where he would go quickly. What's happening? We came to kill you all. But why? Because we Saiyans can't live with another species so mediocre. It doesn't have to be like that. We can live together in peace. We can build a city if you wish, even training chambers, where you can get stronger. Where many Saiyan would think, that's stupid, we Saiyans don't need anyone's help. Please, we can live together with the Tuffles. Where the Saiyans would look at the girl. But what are you saying? Think about it. We can become stronger with their help. Besides, surely in the universe there are powerful beings. That's stupid. We the Saiyan are the strongest race in the universe. You are a traitor. You are on the side of this insignificant race. And so a Saiyan would throw a ball of energy. At that moment Ryota would show them his invention. The scientist would save the Saiyan. All the Saiyans would be surprised. But what the hell? I told you this is one of my cards. With this I will protect you, that damned one. The Saiyans would start to shoot their energy balls, but the scientist would dodge them. And so some time would pass, where Ryota would be beating the Saiyans. But by a coincidence of destiny, the moon would appear. The Saiyans would transform into giant monkeys. What happens? Their powers increased tenfold. Rhoda was surprised. Why did they transform? It's because of the moon. I never told you that we Saiyans could transform. You told me that every 10 years the full moon would appear, so I had no reason to tell you. I'm sorry. And so the Saiyans would destroy Ryota's creation. Damn you. You caused us many problems. I will enjoy killing you. It can't be. At that moment the Saiyan would turn into a monkey to save her husband, where all the Saiyans would rush to beat her. Damn you. You are a traitor. We will kill you too. And so the Ecolot would be totally beaten. I have to help my wife. If I go on like this, she will die. At that moment the scientist would inject a liquid. With this, my strength, my speed and my reflexes will double 1,000 times. But I only have 5 minutes. After that I will die. And so the Tuffle would throw himself against all the monkeys. Ryota would save his wife. Hey love, thanks for everything. How were you able to save me? What happens is that I injected myself with a liquid that increased all my capacities. But I only have 5 minutes. After that I will die. So please look for our son and take him to my laboratory. In my laboratory is my most powerful creation. It's a parasite that is waiting for a host. That was going to be me. But as things are, that will be Neo. You can't, since I have designed that parasite to adapt to my DNA. And if the parasite enters another body that doesn't have my DNA, the parasite will end up eating it, and it will die. But Neo is compatible with it. Don't worry, the parasite won't do anything bad to it. It doesn't have any side effects. That's why he is my greatest creation." Many tears would fall from the scion's face. "Don't be sad. Take our son and put him in the cabin where the parasite is, and leave this planet. I will give you a few minutes. I love you." At that moment the scion would leave. The scions would start attacking, but the scientist would dodge the blows, where several tuffles would help the scientist, but they would be eliminated. "Damn them. I won't let you continue killing my race." And so the scion would kill several scions. But at that moment his heart would start to hurt. "Damn it, I'm already reaching my limit. I'm surprised by your strength. After this we will remember you as the being that gave us problems. Damn you, you won't beat me." And so the scion would throw himself against the scions and would give them several blows. On the other hand, Charlotte would arrive to the laboratory. And so this would put Neo in the place where the parasite was. The parasite would enter Neo's body. At that moment the parasite would speak mentally to Charlotte. "We have to go. Several energies are approaching, and they will arrive in 40 seconds. There is no time for questions." Where the scion would take her son and they would go to the place where a spaceship was. But at that moment the scion would arrive with the body of Ryota. "Take care of Neo please, bye son. We can't go together." At that moment the scion would leave to face the scions. "I have to make time for the ship to take off." At that moment Charlotte would see the body of her husband without life. "Damned. I will never forgive you. This trash gave us a lot of trouble." At that moment a great power would be felt in the planet. A new transformation would appear, and so it would be launched against the scions. Charlotte would kill some scions, but what happened to him? Why is he so strong? All the monkeys would attack. On the other hand, the ship would take off, and so Charlotte would protect the ship, but it was running out of energy. All the scions would throw a ball of energy, where the powers would merge and so they would finish with the scion. But Neo would escape from the planet. Current time. "I'm sorry for what happened to your mother. It's true, but we live in peace now. We always fight against evil." On the other hand, the oracle fish would be asleep. There will be a lot of destruction, a lot of blood. "I see many dead." Whis would be surprised. "I have a bad feeling. Well, now we will go to Earth, since we ran out of food." That's true. On the other hand, I don't care about that. We Tuffles were also like you, but the scions ruined everything. Now I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. And so Neo would launch himself against the warriors. He's very fast. Everyone was surprised. They would all expel their maximum powers. Those transformations are not a threat. The hybrid would go through Piccolo. "Mr. Piccolo, they are very weak." "Damn it." Gohan would attack, but Neo would dodge him, and would counterattack with several blows. "It's time. We have to do the fusion." That technique has a duration of approximately 30 minutes, so it won't be a problem, the site would say. "Alright." Gotenks would throw himself against Neo. "I will defeat you." At that moment Neo would appear behind Gotenks, and would give him a strong blow. "Damned." The warriors would throw themselves, but it would be totally useless. "I already feel stressed." At that moment Neo would pierce everyone present, except for Gohan. Everyone would fall to the ground. "Brother, Mr. Piccolo." Everyone would die, except for Piccolo. He would regenerate. "Damn you. I'll never forgive you." Gohan would take out his maximum power. "I was waiting for you to do that." Gohan would be bewildered. "I'll kill you." "Sight, combine your DNA with mine." "Yes, Sir Neo." Gohan would launch himself and give him several blows. The hybrid would be overcome. A lot of blood would run down Neo's face. "Now I'll kill you." Gohan would prepare his power. "Sir Neo, your DNA already belongs to us." And so Gohan would launch the power. But at that moment Bro would stop the power. Gohan and Piccolo would be surprised. "Sir Neo, I have already cured all your energies. Your power has increased thanks to the wounds." And so Neo would expel a great power. He would smile. "How can it be that your power has increased so much? As you know, I have a parasite, and this parasite can copy DNA or whatever from an individual. Now your DNA belongs to me." Those present would be surprised and terrified. "Right, damn it." And Neo would return the power to Gohan. The energy would go through the scion. At that moment it would pulverize Piccolo. This was fun. It has served me well to come to this place. And so he would expel his new power. On the other hand, it cannot be. I feel a very powerful power, and that energy comes from the earth. What? We have to go and see what is happening. And so Goku would do the teleportation. On the other hand, it feels very good to have collected the DNA of that scion. At that moment our protagonist would appear. Sight would analyze of all. Those 3 saiyan are of pure race. And I have no information of that guy with white hair. What? I don't know, something is protecting him. Who are you? At that moment Vegeta would see the corpse of Trunks' son. Oh right, I have killed all his friends. Gohan helped me a lot to become stronger. But I ended up being exterminated. A shadow would be seen in the face of the Saiyans. We will never forgive you. The Saiyans would take out their maximum powers. On the other hand, that energy makes me blush. It makes my body tingle. I feel a thirst for blood without equal. I want it, the demon woman would say. On the other hand, Neo would be fascinated with the energies of the Saiyans. I want that power. Sight, do your thing. Okay, Mr. Neo. And that way the parasite would collect the DNA of those present. I don't like this. Whis, neither do I. The Saiyans would throw themselves against Neo. But he would dodge them. Everyone was surprised. At that moment Neo would tell them his story. It's true, now that I think about it. His energy is from a Saiyan. Neo, now that I analyze his DNA more, the DNA of that Saiyan looks familiar. What are you saying? That's right. It seems that he is the son of one of those Saiyans with whom your father fought. I see. Hey, who is your father? My father was King Vegeta. He was the one who defeated your race. But he never told me the story of a tuffle that gave him problems. I understand. It seems that your father was ashamed that a tuffle had caused him so many problems. That's why he never told you about a tuffle as strong as my father was. I see. But that was in the past. It's true, Vegeta has nothing to do with it. But we will never forgive you for what you did. At that moment Goku would throw himself very angrily against Neo. But it would be useless. The hybrid Saiyan would dodge all the blows. At that moment Neo would give him several blows. Damn it. This has to be a joke. That bastard killed my son. I'm never going to forgive him. I'll kill him. And so Vegeta would launch himself very enraged. He had never seen Vegeta and even less Goku like that. They are very angry. That guy is a threat. We'll have to eliminate him. And so Broly would go against the Saiyan. The 3 of them would start to throw several blows at him. But he would dodge them. Whis, I never imagined that one guy could fight those 3 at the same time. I have to intervene. He is a danger. Yes, Sir Beerus. On the other hand, I will tell you something interesting. Since the fight started, I have collected the DNA of everyone, except for that guy with white hair. Something prevents me from not collecting his DNA. But whatever, now the DNA of all of you is fused with mine. Thank you very much. Those present would be surprised. I have never mentioned the abilities of the parasite that my father has created. This parasite that I have in my body is the most powerful creation of all the multiverse. I never thought that this parasite that he had told us about has that ability. Those present would be surprised. I have already heard too much. At that moment Beerus would appear behind Neo and would make his Hawkeye. But Neo would dodge it. Do you want to add that ability in our system? Yes. At that moment Neo would start laughing. Thank you, I have already copied your ability. Everyone would be surprised. At that moment Neo would appear in front of Vegeta and Broly and would make them a Hawkeye. Goku and Beerus couldn't believe it. Vegeta, Broly, our Saiyan would shout. It can't be. I will never forgive you. Goku would increase his power. His energy would become much more violent. The Saiyan would lose control and would go against Neo. But he would dodge the blows. You have lost since you appeared. Damn it. No mortal has given me so much trouble. And so Neo would rise to the sky. I will kill you with my last attack. The hybrid would throw a great power at him. Those present could not believe it. He was too powerful. Thank you very much for being part of my growth. Without you I would never have achieved this marvelous power. Goku and Beerus would throw their energies at him. The powers would collide. Goku would raise his power, where our protagonists would be matching Neo's power. It can't be. His powers have increased. At that moment an aura would surround Neo. I have merged your states, and also your sons, and thus the new power would sweep away our protagonists. It can't be. We are going to die. The power would impact against the earth. The whole planet would be destroyed. This is not going to stay like this. At that moment Whis would disappear. On the other hand, Goku would be seen on the ground. The Saiyan would be unconscious. I have to wait for him to wake up. This mortal has to be mine.